Alright, so I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm going to be talking about Abigail. It's from Radio Silence. I forgot the two dweebs' names, but I would feel that it would be better off if they just went Radio Silent altogether. Their movies are pretty typical. They're all the same, you know, the white guy is bad or inferior. There's forced foreshadowing to make sure that the audience is on track and paying attention because they think we're stupid. Constant exposition dumps, so that's just more of that foreshadowing. And they tell you what's happening as it's happening, which, you know, I take that shit personally. And then you got Melissa Barrera.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Which I was excited for her in this movie. I thought she was going to do a lot better than she did in Scream 5 and 6, but for some reason her ego's increased, but her talent hasn't.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Like, she seems more confident, but hasn't improved as far as, like, when you watch her. At least for me, anyway. She's not believable for me. Like, you could tell she's trying too hard, and it doesn't seem natural. And then another thing is, these two dweebs, they're constantly trying to subvert expectations, but in the worst way possible.
What?
It's like, if I hand you ask me for water, and then I hand you a glass of water, and I'm like, don't worry, it's not water, and then you're like, what the hell, and you drink it, and it's water. That's how they say that they're not going to do something, but then they do it. And it's like, dear Lord, man. It's truly fucking annoying. Because you expect something, they might be going in a new direction. You know, they might be breaking a trope or doing something special, but no, they're not that creative. And then with Melissa Barrera, it seems like they have like a John Hughes, Molly Ringwald situation, except with not even a quarter of the talent. So the summary, I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie, except it's a better experience watching the trailer. So it's this group of misfits who kidnap this crime lord's daughter, or underworld dude's daughter, and then they have to hold her for 24 hours so they can get a ransom. And then as the movie goes on, they're slowly getting killed one by one, and they're trying to build up this anticipation to a reveal that it's like, oh, it's this hitman named something. I forgot his fucking name.
Okay.
But they're building it up like it's this hitman that mutilates anybody that messes with this crime lord or whatever he is. I don't really care enough to look it up. And then they're like, oh, it must be him. And then that's when, you know, the exposition dumps happen. And, oh, El Hitman-O is... He mutilates everybody and you never get away, and he's one person you don't want to meet. So they're wanting to leave, and then, of course, as it so happens, the doors are all locked and there's no way out, and now they're trapped. But if you're attentive or you've seen the damn trailer, you already know it's Abigail. She's a vampire. They try to build up this twist, and like, I don't know if it was like the marketing or whatever, or whoever decided to make that trailer, they just gave away the whole damn movie.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Literally, if you watch that trailer, it's the short version of this movie, but better. And then, so they realize that, and then she starts tormenting all of them, and then killing them off, and then at the end, one of the other characters turns into a vampire and decides to go into business for himself. And then Abigail and Joey, who is Melissa Barrera's character, come together, like, tag team up, handicap match style, and, you know, try to take him out. Of course they do, because, you know, he's a white guy, so He's gonna. If you've seen Scream 5 or 6, you already know how it goes with these guys and their white male characters.
Oh my God! Wow!
I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's fucking obvious, and it makes it predictable, and that's why this shit's upsetting. So they kill him off, and then at the end, there's a reveal of who her father is, and then Joey survives. But I'll get to the good, so I'm not harping on this shit or beating a dead horse so much. Charming characters. There are charming characters. What's his name? Angus Cloud. I think he was in that Euphoria or something. He plays a character named Dean. He is probably my most favorite character. You also have Kevin Durant and his character, but he's the big buff, dumb white guy. And then Dan Stevens, his character was pretty cool. He ate up the scenery anytime it was focused on him. But of course, one is stupid, one's like a pervert, and then the other's like a conniving snake. So it's like, you already know how they do the white characters. And then you have Catherine Newton. I forgot her character's name, but she's pretty charming. She's charismatic. She was recently in that Lisa Frankenstein, which I don't know how people feel about that movie, but me personally, I loved it, and I thought it is a lot deeper than people took it for. And I'll have to do a review of that one here soon, because I love that movie. I actually watched it like twice in a row. But anyway, back to the good. The charming characters, so they're all charming except for Melissa Barrera. She tries a little too hard to because they're a band of misfits, so they all have a dark past, and I'm mysterious, and I won't give you a peek behind the curtain. You don't know who I am, but I know who you all are. That kind of fucking cliche character. And they're all kind of cliche characters, but they're all charismatic and charming, So it kind of just, it takes away from that. It's less noticeable, but with Melissa Barrera, you can tell what kind of character she is. And it's fucking terrible. Another good thing is the special effects. They do become redundant, because there's only two ways people die in this fucking movie, and it's either neck bites, or if you've seen Ready or Not, that's another movie that follows their formula. They're very formulaic, these two, and I'm probably not going to be watching any more of their fucking shitbox movies. I'd rather step in dog shit barefoot than watch another one of their movies. So, people either die from getting their neck ripped out, they get taken over, which, that was a cool aspect, them, Abigail, if they bite them, she controls them, it's pretty true to lore, and it's pretty cool. It was a pretty cool effect. But the other way is, if you kill a vampire with, the stake through the heart or the sunlight or whatever, if you've seen Ready or Not, and how that movie ends when the family... spoilers if you haven't seen that movie, because I just don't give a shit.
Really, nigga?
Oh yeah, so at the end of Ready or Not, when the family aren't able to successfully kill... I was going to say Margot Robbie, but that's not her name. Damn it, someone will let me know in the comments. She's a great actress. The lead for Ready or Not, when they don't successfully kill her in time, they all begin to explode in just clouds of blood, and that's how it happens in this movie. So you've already seen it. It's nothing special. This movie is color by numbers. It is insane. There is nothing about it that is slightly different or a new take. There's nothing about this film that stands out. If I were to tell you a story that somebody else said, that somebody else said, that somebody else, that's how this movie feels. So, special effects, pretty solid. No complaints except for the redundancy and repetitiveness. It's... okay, so Dean, when he gets killed, that's a unique... I don't think you actually get to see him get killed, but, when they go back to his body and he's all decapitated, and that was pretty cool. Those effects, that was actually really impressive. But back to the characters, they killed them all too soon. They just, as soon as they got in the house, they just started off and off and off, and it was just, the pacing was terrible. So now for the bad, if I wasn't there already. It's a very bland story. Like I said, there's nothing different about this, and there's nothing that really stands out. And the trailer ruined it. It blows my fucking mind how they allowed that to happen. Like, you didn't watch that trailer and be like, yo, dude, you want to not give away one of the twists in the movie? And the other twist, it doesn't really matter unless, like, it's like a deep cut for people that know actor or obscure actors. Another bad thing is the exposition dumps, like I was saying. It's constant, just telling you what you need to know, you know? Like they say, show, don't tell. Show me, don't tell me, you know? Like, you're sitting here talking about this hitman, like, show me, so I actually believe there might be a chance that there is a hitman and it's not Abigail. Hydration break. They just tell us there's a hitman and he's very dangerous, and it's like, and I understand that he doesn't actually exist. At least I don't think. I think it was all just a fairy tale that people believed, and it was actually Abigail. But even that, you can make up a character in their mind where they're like, it's what they think. But I'm fucking beating a dead horse over here. But yeah, it's just the exposition dumps. It gets annoying, man, and just it feels like, I don't know if they are stupid or if they think we're stupid. But there's a little bit of both going on there. And then, like I said, Melissa Barrera, she's a plank of wood. A mime would be better in film than she would, and they don't even need to make sound. She's truly not believable because her character is like a junkie that's fallen on hard times, and she needs this money because, you know, incoming cliche, she has a kid, and she's trying to get, I think it's like she doesn't have custody, but she's trying to get custody, or in one of those cliche stories. And then another thing about her character that I didn't like is, like, she instantly goes against the group. So they say don't do this or don't do that, and she does it. And then she also, like, tries to instantly become friends with Abigail, which is like, dear Lord, let that marinate, let that, like, simmer up to that. Don't just instantly, like, oh, hey, you gotta know I'm the good guy, I'm the good one in the group, you know, because I actually care and I'm compassionate and I have a kid and I'm gonna share all this personal information, so in case your dad finds it, you know, in case we get away with this, but you tell your dad and then he's on our ass, you know, murdering me and my kid. But anyway, it's just they try too hard for, like, Melissa Barrera to be, like, edgy but relatable, and it's like, I don't want to relate to these people. They're fucking degenerates, and, you know, show me. Like, so when they start dying, I'm like, oh damn, I'm not, like, trying to be invested in this group, even though it does happen. And then, like I was saying, anytime they say don't do something, they do it. So it's like, they say, oh, what's your name? Oh, it doesn't fucking matter. We don't say names here. We don't need to know each other's names. And then you're like, oh, dang, okay, they're going to keep a little secret, and something might come out later. You know, some shocking revelation. But no, that doesn't happen. Because literally, like, 2 minutes later, Melissa Barrera, the psychic that she is able to tell everybody their name and every little detail about them, and it just completely goes like against what they just said. So it's like that, like, oh, we're not gonna tell you. Psych, we're gonna tell you. And it's like, dude, you don't need to tell me. Like, all I need to know about these characters are what they've done and why they're doing it. But the way they do the exposition for the characters is just another way of putting Melissa Barrera over, or Joey, because Dean, he actually has, like, a little piece of dialogue where he tells everybody basically who they are, who he thinks they are. I am the one. And I thought it was extremely effective. I was like, oh dang, so this kid is street smart, he's the street kid, you know, that's why they brought him on, because one's like ex-military sniper, one's like the guy that sets up the jobs, you know, because his higher up, I forgot what the hell he's called, sets up the jobs, and then they complete the jobs. And then you have Catherine Newton, who's like a hacker, and she's sitting there disabling security systems, you know, that cliche stuff. And then Melissa Barrera, I don't even know what the hell her character, the point of her character is. Thinking about it, like she's an ex-junkie, but I forgot what her skill is. Talking to kids, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so the characters are very cliche, and they just completely go against. So like sorry, I was fucking forgetting where I was, but so like when Dean gives off his exposition of the characters, it's like, oh man, so you're the street kid, you're street smart, you know how to read people, that's why they choose you, because you know the streets or whatever. And then in comes Melissa Barrera and completely just like, oh, that'd be awesome if it was true, and then completely like emasculates him, and she has each of them pay her $100 to, oh, okay, well, tell me about me if you know so much. And then she does, of course, because in this film she's a fucking Mary Sue and she could do nothing wrong. Back to the main point, anytime they say don't do something, they do it. And then, like, there's a lack of the unknown. Like, there's no feeling of, like, I wonder which direction this movie's gonna go. I wonder, how they're gonna take this scene. I wonder how they're gonna set it up and how the payoff, there's none of that. It's just everything you expect to happen happens. Like, literally, and if you are surprised by anything in this movie, I wish I was as naive as you, because then I would enjoy every single movie that I watch. And then another thing is Giancarlo Esposito. Because I didn't know he was in it, but as soon as he popped up, he's the guy setting up all the jobs. So I was like, okay, he's going to betray them, or he's going to be working for Abigail's dad, who this whole time I was like, okay, he's Dracula, because if she's a vampire, and the movie was originally called Dracula's Daughter or something like that, or Daughter of a Vampire. But anyway, back to Giancarlo Esposito. As soon as he showed his face, I was like, okay, I know what character you're playing, because he plays the same character in everything. The only time that he was really different was in Community, when he was Pierce's half-brother. I thought he was great in that. And then I thought Abigail was going to be a bright spot of this movie, but she was not. If you've seen Megan and how every time Megan's about to kill somebody, it's like, ricochet, you take my breath away, or whatever that fucking song is. Every time Megan goes to kill somebody, how she's singing that song and dancing and da-da-da-da, that's what Abigail does, but with ballet. So anytime she's about to kill, it's fucking dramatic music, and then she's out there. And then neck bite. And it's just like, oh, okay, that's... I just don't give a damn. I thought it was stupid as hell. Megan was terrible enough. And this is just like Megan fucking 2.0. It's going to be a universe of small, violent women made by people that don't know how to make a damn movie. So like I was saying, the whole hitman angle, it could have been effective. It could have been like, damn, okay, I thought it was going to be Abigail. But there's this whole other character involved. No, there's no other character involved. It's just Abigail murdering these people in a house that they got locked in because they're supposed to be smart criminals, but they're actually not, and they're stupid. And then they all die in stupid-ass ways, and this movie is just stupid. It's fucking terrible, alright? It's fucking... I'm sorry, but good God, man. And then, like I was saying, there's another reveal or twist at the end, and I guess the actor's name is Matthew Good, but it's like revealed that he's Abigail's father, and they, like, the way it was revealed, it was like, we're supposed to be like, no fucking way. It can't be. It is. No. No.
Damn!
No. No. I was just kind of like, who's this random fella kind of just walking in here, and it was stupid. And then there was like a whole storyline about how he doesn't love his daughter and that's why she's left there, and then like there's a scene where Catherine Newton's character falls into a pool of bodies, and it's like, you're telling me nobody can fucking smell that after all this time? And also, why would they leave the bodies there? And also, why would that even be a thing? aside from like an attempt at shock value, but didn't work at all. Alright, sorry about that. The wifey called and I had to answer. So like I was saying, the father reveal is pointless. It was stupid. Had no effect, at least on me anyway. I'm pretty sure there's fans out there of like Doctor Who or something that he's in like that people are like, oh my god. You know. It's fucking stupid. Alright, and then, one thing, like how I was saying, radio silence, the dweebs would, they're very formulaic with how they do their movies. So Dan Stevens, spoiler, I don't care.
Really, nigga?
If you've probably seen this movie by now, but. So at the end, Dan Stevens finds out that Giancarlo Esposito's character, we'll call him Head Honcho, he became a vampire a while ago, and then he's been feeding Abigail, basically, I think is what that was about. So Dan Stevens kills him, but he's like bit and becomes a vampire, or like drinks the blood or something stupid. Becomes a vampire, so now he's the new bad guy. Subverting expectations. You thought the non-white guy was going to be the villain? Nope, the white guy the whole time. And then Dan Stevens does do good as, the interim villain. And his dialogue's pretty decent. There are, certain parts in this movie where the dialogue is palpable.
I'd like to say a few words about your arrest record. What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
But overall, you know what? I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 2 out of 5 monkey paws. All I could say about it is, since I give it a 2, it's time to flush this turd. To my viewers, appreciate you guys. To my subscribers, love you guys. Trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything. Yeah, make sure you comment your names, preferred names down below, so I can start making that title screen or that credit screen. And until next time, remember, stay spooky.